today to announce the cooperation between the Okavango Diamond Company, which is responsible for the direct sale of diamonds from Botswana. And this direct sale involves getting the goods from that are mined in Botswana, packaging them properly, and then selling them at auction. And a relationship also with the GIA, so that when a person wants to or wins the auction for certain goods at Okavango, they can then have the goods sent directly to GIA for scanning. And once those rough diamonds are scanned, a unique number is created for the rough diamonds. And then anybody submitting a polished diamond or diamonds that originated from that GIA scanned rough and has that number is then able to get a Rapaport Green Star designation and certificate on RapNet, so that buyers now know I'm buying a diamond and I know where this polished diamond came from. Now, this effort is very important because it's directly scientific. It is not based on a customer's statement, although we will get a declarative statement, but it's really based on scientific fact that the GIA has been able to create, which proves that this polished diamond comes from this rough diamond. It does not solve the problem of knowing where the polished diamond was cut, because that's a separate piece of work which we're going to. So this cooperation is very important because it enables us to show the origin, this idea that we know where the polished diamond came from is fundamental to the added value of the polished diamond. On that note, I wanted to emphasize the importance, first of all, of Okavango, being willing to ship the goods direct to GIA to ensure that. Maybe you want to say something about this as well, please. Maybe introduce your name.
Okay, my name is Metla Masire. I'm the managing director of Okavango Diamond Company. When GIA and Rapaport approached us, we were very delighted because we are the largest supplier of Botswana-only diamonds as Okavango Rough. And it makes sense because already we do send diamonds to GIA, depending on the preference of the buyer. So when this idea that the diamonds can then be certified and given a star rating, we felt that it's a win-win situation where we'll be able to put out our natural diamonds that come from an ethically sourced environment out into the market. Thank you.
Tom?
Yes. Good morning, everybody. And Martin, thank you. And Metla, thank you. We've been talking about traceability. GIA has been and introduced a service 3 or 4 years ago. And we recognize the importance that is for the consumers today. And we cannot think of a better situation or partner than having diamonds coming from Okavango. Botswana is by value the most important producer of diamonds in the world. And logistically, GIA's office is next door to Okavango. So the logistics of providing this analysis of rough diamonds that Martin has alluded to is very efficient. So a concern has always been that in the supply chain, anything that reduces or slows down the process of manufacturing is a detriment. And in this case, it will not impact that. And also, as Martin pointed out, that once we analyze the rough, they will be assigned a discrete number. That rough then, of course, goes back to a manufacturer. The manufacturer could be anywhere in the world. Any of the diamonds polished from that rough can be submitted to GIA for a Diamond Origin Report. So it, of course, will include our traditional grading, but on the report will also state that the diamonds are originating from Botswana. And again, I think Botswana's story in diamonds is really probably the most important one in the world. So again, we're happy to participate in this and supply this important information about traceability and the origin of diamonds. Thank you.
Yeah, how long will it take for diamonds to get processed by GIA so that the rough can be delivered to the customer speedily?
So great question. The time for GIA to do the analysis on the rough diamonds is generally 24 to 48 hours. So again, the interruption in the supply chain is minimal. And as I mentioned, It's walking distance is really probably 25 meters, right, from our two offices. So it's a very efficient process.
Yes.
I think you also alluded to the concept of Botswana being a preferred source. And maybe you'd like to talk a little bit about the social responsibility aspects of why are Botswana diamonds such great diamonds for consumers to buy.
I think when you look at Botswana, we are possibly the only country that is so dependent on its economy on diamonds. 80% of our foreign earnings are coming from diamonds. So as a country, we treasure this, and we make sure that the benefits and the revenue we get from diamonds are the ones that has transformed Botswana. For many years, Botswana had the highest growth rate continuously, and that's because of the diamond industry. And when you look at all the benefits, whether it's education, whether you look at health, free education, free health, etc., all those are the direct benefits that you get from diamonds that are mined in Botswana. One unique thing about Botswana, the diamonds don't belong to any tribe, the diamonds belong to the country. So every citizen of the country benefits from the diamonds. That is why it's important when you acquire or buy a diamond that comes from Botswana, you are assured, number one, that it was ethically mined. Number two, you are assured that the proceeds from that diamond are going to benefit the country.
And I think that we want to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to add, Mr. Vettel and I have been talking about this for some time, and we've already done some of this work on a small scale. So the strategy is already in place. I mentioned our office there, and we employ more than 100 local Botswana staff. There's no expats there, so we've developed a great team there of locally trained experts in grading, and that will be able to do this analysis.
Yeah, I think the greatness about Botswana diamonds is not just that you know where your goods are coming from, and you know they're not coming from someplace that may not be good, but you're doing something that you know that it's coming from a place which is helping the people. And a lot of people make all kinds of claims about social responsibility, but we have an entire country that is developing and educating and taking care of health, and really it's bootstrapping up based on their diamond revenue. So if you want to think about diamonds doing good, you want to be able to be proud of what you're selling in your store, having a Botswana diamond and being able to identify this diamond came from Botswana, which means this diamond makes the world a better place.
Martin, what is Rapaport's role in this partnership?
So the question is, what is Rapaport's role in this? We are going to provide access to these diamonds using a Green Star system on RapNet, where you'll be able to say, show me these Green Star diamonds. They may not be limited only to Botswana diamonds, but these will be diamonds that we know where they come from. Now, that is an absolute benefit for buyers, to say, I know where my diamond comes from. Botswana is an additional benefit, but you'll be able to tell that too. Now, having that in a market where you have diamonds you don't know where they come from lets you do price discovery. So not only will we have diamonds in RapNet that have the Green Star, and it'll take time, there won't be that many, we're about 800 now, but you'll be able to see how they trade separately, differently, and betterly, I would say, than diamonds without the Green Star. And so that premium price is going to drive the market. The fact that retailers can make a higher price for diamonds from a Green Star, diamonds from a known source, is fundamental. And the fact that any jewelers who have access to RapNet, not only a diamond coming from a specific supply chain that is hooked up with a specific retailer, or not only a specific brand, but this is open for everybody. It's like the hallmark where any jeweler can get this benefit of saying, I know where my diamonds come from.
Yeah, Martin, I would just add, I think it democratizes traceability. So to your point, even a small independent jeweler anywhere in the world can purchase a stone that was traced back to Botswana on your platform.
Yeah, it's a democratization. It's the idea that everybody should be able to sell socially responsible diamonds and make that claim when they're dealing with the consumer. So yes. Any more questions?
What about diamonds that come from Russia?
The Russian diamond story is very complicated. Right now, they're under sanctions if they're coming directly from Russia and not cut outside of Russia. So they're under U.S. sanctions. So we won't be importing those diamonds, and they shouldn't be on RapNet. But even the ethical question becomes, what about diamonds that are coming from Russia, but they are cut outside of Russia, in Israel, India, Belgium? Can those diamonds be imported into the United States? Are those diamonds socially responsible diamonds? I guess the best thing you can say about them is nothing, but we wouldn't be giving them green stars. Let's put it that way. And we are clarifying with the U.S. government the status of Russian-sourced diamonds, not just Russian diamonds that are coming from Ukraine or from the mine and then cut outside of Russia. And that's a question, okay? But I think the ethical standpoint of Rapaport is no, we don't sell those diamonds. And Green Star diamonds right now will be severely limited to what Okavango and GIA are scanning. But we will be open. If Sarin has a good system, that's fine. And I think there will be some discussions about declarative statements by suppliers who say that the diamonds were manufactured in their factory and can prove it, okay? That'll be an additional level of social responsibility if the factory, in fact, does operate according to fair trade standards and, well, fair standards, I shouldn't say fair trade. And that's really something for RJC to look at in a lot of places. What is the status of the factory? Anything else? Here.
I'd just like to find out, at this point for Rapaport, what proportion do the Green Star diamonds make with the diamond?
Very small. We're talking about 1.8 million diamonds on RapNet, and only 800 right now having the Green Star. So this is just beginning, and we're just launching it now. I think our software has just been available, and this is Saville Stern, by the way, and he runs RapNet, and really he should probably be sitting here with us as well, because he's going to be implementing the Green Star program on RapNet. So I'd say these are among the rarest of diamonds right now, but with God's help, we will increase that market so that people will have an opportunity to have that claim. Yes, I know where my diamond comes from. It comes from Botswana. Here, boom, I can show you. So that's power. That's powerful. We will be open at RapNet to other systems that show the provenance of the diamonds. We will be looking probably to work with, what's the De Beers Group thing? With Tracer. And we're open to work with all kinds of organizations that move forward the concept of social responsibility in sourcing. And I think that you are as well. We're not trying to corner any markets or make anything exclusive. What we have over here is an opportunity for people to know where their diamond comes from with a high degree of certainty, and we're taking that route. And that's what we're doing together here too.